Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Jake Moody to kick off for Washington.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Rasheen Ali on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Throwing on second, Jackson. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. So it's going to bring up third down.
Quarterback with his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. Malik Robertson. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. 4th down, here's Jackson. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. Not your typical short yardage pickup on 4th, but they hit big, keeping the offense out there. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hits his target. That's Durham Smythe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
They go play fake with Jackson. He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down. Second time on this opening series. And that is the second time they've gotten to him already to open this game.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
On second down, Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Slot man motioned over. Play fake, Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And as they bring him down, a lot of yards, nicely done, but still short of the marker, so it is fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A design run, Jackson keeping it. He cuts to the right, finds open field. He does it, touchdown Baltimore!
Jackson on the keeper, touchdown Baltimore.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Lifted close, but he gets it to go. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead. That's the end of one here. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt in it for the first time. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 39 yards. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacked runs like that sure help.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And a decent run gets him out 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big deal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down run from White. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Well, running it was a long shot, right? We all knew that. And even with that small pickup, still a few yards away from moving those chains.
And I don't mind the run call. I really don't. Those can be very effective in those situations. But that defense, they were up for it, and they hit it before it got started.
It's no good. An easy kick, but he hangs it right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while. And it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory. Best kickers always have. And convert the next time around.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Lamar back to throw. Man at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Third and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Now Jackson off the play action. This is a heater going deep. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Commanders get a huge return down to the 25-yard line before that tackle's made. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through...
He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. That is Trenton Simpson. And that sack sends him back to the 10-yard line for this second and goal.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are able to get this back up to their own 15-yard line. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And they're going to have the first down here as that play breaks off for about 19 yards. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now here's Lamar. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that's going to set up a Ravens first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Now it's Lamar. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. If you couldn't do it.
And a tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
From the red zone now. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Final play of the half, and looks like they'd rather shoot for that end zone than try and field goal. 2nd down, here's Lamar. Quan Martin with the pick. He's off to the races. The 50. 30. Into the red zone. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touch. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing on second. Daniels. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Ravens take over off their 3rd interception of this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Catch is made in close. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Ravens. Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, Brock, they wanted the 2-score lead, and they got it. And now, I think it becomes a little bit easier to defend the lead in this second half.
It does. You know you're not such in a fragile situation. You got a little bit of cushion, but that attention to detail. Defensively, you cannot step off the gas. You cannot lose focus, but you sure do love looking up at that scoreboard and seeing a 2-possession lead.
He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. That's going to bring up a Commander's 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. To throw, Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on 1st.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Daniels back to throw. That one complete to Diggs. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. And it is a first down Washington.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Washington.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal. Krosky Merritt. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Ravens'
Time runs
9-yard
out
line.
before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. Start of the 4th quarter could start with some points, Brock. It's 2nd and goal. Krosky Merritt again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Offense up to the line fast.
Namdi Matabike on the stop. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
It's a run. Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be brought down before he can even get to the marker. So now it's going to be 4th down.
He was brought down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Big strike to Western. They found something that worked there. Nearly 30 yards on that play. And almost always that's going to be good for a first.
And the Ravens first down.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Jackson to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Ravens up by 9. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. This one stopped, play gains about 6 yards. And that is good for a Baltimore first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
First down from the 42. A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, Henry. Up to the races, middle of the field. At the 20. It's a Baltimore touchdown.
Henry on the carry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this two-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point
Now
conversion.
looking to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Nick Cross has it. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for two. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
On the return, this is McCaffrey. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
McCaffrey on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels now. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
They're going to pass it here. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He lofts it deep right side. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down. Okay, color me a little bit surprised here, Brock. Seeing them throwing darts downfield still, considering the lead they've got at this point in the game. Kind of seems like we're running out territory.
Well, you call it surprise. I call it trust. That's what that coaching staff does and believes in their quarterback as they continue to fire away.
They'll air it out on 3rd. This one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout.
And down he goes. They drop him right along that midfield stripe. Nnamdi Madubuike. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long. Daniels. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm. And a nice little...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. He lets another one go. It's caught. Oh, he only needed one hand to bring that one in. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone on 1st. And he gets home. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
All right, going to get a 2-point try here. Brock Jackson gets his offense lined up.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point.
Dropping back to throw. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Going for it yet again. And once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for 2, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. The problem is the defense knows even more.
On the return, this is McCaffrey. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And there's our last in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens see the return go out of bounds. And that is how this game's going to end. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. This has been another edition of the NFL on E!
Stronger. These kind of scars go deeper than skin. Don't make a sign if I stay any longer. Been through the dark and I won't go back again.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. Good coverage by the kick team. Force them to start out back at the 23-yard line. To Slaw, the man in motion. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And now it's 4th down.
Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
On to punt is Fox. His kick is away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Now it's the Arizona product, that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A nice run there on their first drive. Good for a quick first down.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, it is back to Krosky-Merritt. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on second down. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First down.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there.
2 yards on
From the 25, here's second and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Aleem McNeil. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third and long ahead. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Moving outside the pocket. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On on now the punt team, and this one's on its way. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started.
And they're going to track him down. Couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
He was taken down by Quan Martin. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. And they're not going to try to snap it. That'll be enough for this, and we'll bring the first half to a close. Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first 2 quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway. Quarter number 3. Scoreless game. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first down, Krosky Merritt has it, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Third down and 9. To throw is Daniels. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36
First and 10 now from the 36. Goff gives it to Gibbs, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Back at the 33.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Inside the 35. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Makes the score Lions 7, Commanders nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, the goal with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Washington.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another first and 10 here. On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. It was the rookie from Michigan in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Lions' 41-yard
From
line.
the 41, here's second and 8. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's brought down so close to the goal line. Didn't get all the way, but he'll be down at the 1. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Krosky Merritt. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Right back to Krosky Merritt. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal. Here's Krosky Merritt. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
And he'll take it on in. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, touchdown Commander.
Touchdown Washington.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter.
Jake Moody to kick off for Washington.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. That's the 40 to go.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 5.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The Lions will punt this ball away. Important punt here in this tie game late. This one fielded out beyond the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run here. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
White. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll throw with Daniels. Finishes through it. Pass is incomplete.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they wanted to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. And now as this fourth down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
At their own 49-yard line.
Here's first down. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. The Lions call their first timeout. A lot riding on this play. High gain, final minute, third down. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Now Daniels. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. He's got room past the 35. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Play action. Here's Daniels. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Lions. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific